Greetings, I am Lord Winklebottom. This is my associate, Dr. Frumple. You were taken to Ambrose, the butler.
Oh, thank heavens you found me, my lord. I've been trapped up here all night.
What the blazes happened to you, old thing?
Some ne'er-do-well shut me in after I disturbed them snooping around up here.
Tell us, who was it?
I do apologise, my lord, but I'm not feeling too well after my ordeal. Would you be so kind as to let me rest a while before I talk about it?
Oh, not at all, old chap. We shall come and see you in the servants' quarters presently.
Very good, my lord. Thank you.
That's disappointing. I was hoping we'd find a criminal up here or something.
Maybe we have.
What, the butler did it? Rather unlikely, what?
Just once I'd like it to be the case, though.
Also, this is your Bible, or it's a prayer book.
I wonder, is this prayer book yours, perhaps?
Oh, goodness, yes. I've been looking for that all morning. Wherever did you find it?
Rather curiously, we found it behind a locked door leading up to the attic.
Oh my, well, that is most strange. I really can't account.
Nonetheless, I'm glad I was able to return it to you.
You locked him away. You better not be it, Reverend. You better not be it, not today.
This screwdriver fits perfectly.
Looks like you've come up trumps.
And he's got the jokes. Now we can go talk to her, get her sewing, do the autopsy.
Perhaps this trumpet would help with your hearing.
How dare you call me a strumpet? I've never been so offended in all my days.
No, madam, I said trumpet.
Now you're just mumbling, you young reprobate. Look, why don't you give me that trumpet you're holding so I can hear you better?
Okay. Sewing kit.
I wonder if you might borrow your sewing kit.
Well, I suppose so. Just as long as you return it. Take what you need from my bag.
Don't think the old bird will want it back after I've been using it to serve the body.
Ew.
Greetings, madam.
Well, good day to you. Glad to see somebody around here has manners.
Nobody else has said a word
to me.
I think that was accurate.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
Well, now she can hear. Because she has a trumpet. You still don't. Oh, wait, I wonder if she does something because we
If I turn the hands, I can make the clock chime.
Nope. She don't care. Okay, we can do the autopsy. On XLR. Kinda gross, but yeah, just nifty. All right.
This seems
Needle and thread.
No, I don't think.
Feel free. Go ahead.
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Let me take the needle and thread and I'll get on with it. Right, I'll just get ready.
Oh, the apron's supposed to be crazy too. Oh yeah.
I'm not really sure about this apron.
This doesn't look
here
right.
we go then.
Oh.
Is that it?
Yes, all done. He was murdered, all right. Saltwater poisoning. Somebody must have tainted the water in his pipe network.
And salt water would kill him.
Salt.
Yes, he's a freshwater animal. Couldn't survive in salt.
Can you estimate the time of death?
Poor chap probably only died shortly before the maid found him, but the salt could have been put into the system hours earlier. There's no way to know when the killer struck.
So we know how he was killed, but not when. That makes it hard to nail down a suspect. If it could have been done at any time, anybody could have done it. Blast!
Time for a bit of detective work then. Talk to suspects, fill up the old notebook, what?
Indeed, there's a villain on this island, and it's up to us to bring him, or her, to justice. Come, Frumple, the game is a hoof.
Ruh-roh. Killed by salt. Couldn't have used it for murder. Ah, well he died anyways, so at least he died an innocent man. Okay, we're gonna go question them one by one, starting with Dame Celia. About the incident.
Now, about the incident.
Gilfrey.
What can you tell us about Gilfrey?
I don't know him at all. No idea why he invited me. Truth be told, when I saw that journalist, my blood ran cold.
Why?
A lady has secrets, darling. Things she might want to keep away from her adoring public. I was worried Gilfrey might have discovered something about me and was planning on sharing it with the world.
Who's the journalist?
Do you know anything about what happened?
Not a thing, darling. I hid away in here when I arrived. It gets so tiresome.
Well, since you mention it, I have a piece of paper here. Maybe you could...
Rumpel, this is not the time. Farewell, Dame Celia.
Okay, now, Madame Lavinia.
About the incident.
Gilfrey.
How well did you know Gilfrey?
Aristotle, not well. I knew dear Ethelberta for many years, almost since I was a Crier. I remember she was so excited when Aristotle proposed to her. He always...
Then you don't know why anyone would have...
Gracious, no. Please find out what caused this terrible tragedy, Lord.
What do you know about the incident?
I have tried to speak to the...
Rumpel,
Oh, maybe you're right.
you're doubting your abilities.
I might not be the only one. Think about it.
You should doubt those abilities.
Thank you for your
'cause that's
time, madam.
witchcraft and it's lies from the evil realm. That's all there is to say about it. Worried Gilfrey intended to expose her. Isn't that the same thing with... No. Wait a minute. Intended to expose her. So both of these people think that he wants to expose her? Because you're a fake, obviously, and then she's got a secret. Let's talk to, Ambrose. What happened?
Tell me about how you got trapped in the attic.
Well, sure. It was like this. I was in the attic sorting through a few of the master's belongings. It's awful messy up there, so I've taken it upon myself.
Go on.
Well, sure, while I was tidying, somebody else came in and started rooting through the boxes.
Who was it?
Well, alas, that I can't tell you, sir. Much as they didn't see me, I couldn't see...
Most unfortunate.
Anyway, I must have made a sound because I startled them. I tried to give...
The rotter locked the door at the bottom of the stairs too.
I suppose they must have thought old Ambrose here saw them and wanted to keep him out of the way, at least for a short while. But what were they looking for, I wonder?
What were they looking for?
Ambrose, I regret to inform you that your master is deceased.
I know, sir. Ms. Clutterbuck was kind enough to break the news to me.
Do you have any idea who the rotter might be?
Alas, no, sir. My master was a kind soul. It's hard to imagine anybody wishing him harm.
We have reason to believe there may be a safe in the house somewhere.
No, my lord. Leastways, not as far as I'm aware. The master kept his paperwork in his study, but there's no safe in there.
Well, this is frustrating. I mean, just what is the point of a combination if we don't have the
His
safety?
was legitimately a
Thank you,
grocery list. What do we have on him? Was trapped during the events, he's not a suspect. Well, unless he's lying. But, wait, is it gonna work now?
Gone.
Dang it. He was supposed to walk over. Okay, maybe he's like, doesn't matter. Clutterbuck. About the incident.
Turning to the incident,
Gilfrey.
are you aware of anybody who might have had a grudge against Gilfrey?
Well, my lord, Pumphrey seemed most vexed of late. Said he overheard the master discussing...
Please tell us in detail what you know about the incident.
Well, my lord, as you know, I discovered the master dead a short while before you arrived. The other guests were here, and I'd been helping them to their rooms. I went to find the master, and there he was. Dead. Oh, it was horrible.
And you didn't see anything strange before that?
Well, at the time, I thought it odd that Ambrose wasn't helping with the guests. Oh, but I never dreamed he'd been locked up there in the attic all that time.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Miss Clutterbuck, it strikes me you might have had a somewhat uneasy relationship with the victim.
Oh, no, sir. The master was very kind to me.
Not as kind as you'd have liked there.
I suppose I can't blame him. A person in his position couldn't be seen with somebody like me. It just wouldn't be proper.
Well, quite so.
I fancy I might have resented him for it a bit. Oh, my lord. If only things had been different.
Did you ever discuss this with him? Perhaps he might have felt the same way you did.
Oh, my lord. I just couldn't. Oh, the shame of it.
Well, very well.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, so we got her notes. Let's see. He has no notes. He has passed. There's no one in the study, or in the study drawing room. A couple more people, and then the two over at the...
Reverend, could we talk about the incident?
crypt.
What can you tell us about the incident last night?
Alas, not a jot. I arrived here and went to my room for some peace and quiet before the big event. By the time I came down, poor Gilfrey had already passed.
You saw nothing unusual.
I wish I could help you, but no, I'm afraid I did not.
How has no one seen anything?
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
Nothing at all. Not even something that could allude to anything.
If we could talk about the incident for a moment.
What
can you tell us about Gilfrey's death?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I wasn't in the mansion at the time. I live elsewhere on the island. I prefer the solitude. It allows me to focus on my work.
Gilfrey.
How was your relationship with Gilfrey?
I was very grateful to him for offering me work. Many people aren't quite so open-minded, you know.
You don't know of anybody who would wish him harm.
Not at all. He wasn't exactly outgoing, at least in the time I knew him.
But you got along with him well.
As well as could be expected, like most people.
Because you're, you know.
Indeed. Not the sort of work a woman is supposed to do, don't you know?
Most frustrating, I'm sure.
And on top of that, I can't even get a lab coat my size with pockets in it. It's just infuriating.
Oh. Well, very well. Okay, well, we're not learning much, but we're learning. We learned from her, and the butler, the other butler. Oh, what about, well, he's knocked.
Well, he seems dead to the world. How does he seem to you, Frumple?
Poor fellow is knackered. He'll be right as rain after a bit of rest, though. We should leave him be.
Poor fellow is knackered. Love his voice. Poor fellow is knackered. Dust sheet. Packing tape. Tiny screwdriver. Glass vase. Hose pipe. Crowbar. Let's see. Oh, I need to talk to you, actually. Mr. Spode?
Perhaps we should discuss the... Do you have any idea who would want to kill poor Gilfrey?
Not a clue, old thing. Not a clue.
Not a clue, old thing.
Not
Nothing
a clue.
I knew about, and I would have known.
How about the old will? There's always
How
a big
about the
kerfuffle
old
about the
will?
in cases like this, at least in my experience.
Nothing out of the ordinary. With his wife dead, just about everything goes to...
Just about everything?
Oh, there was an amount set aside for the staff, to ensure they were well looked after. Not enough to kill for, though.
And what can you tell us about what happened to Gilfrey?
Hard to say, old thing. I mean, there was no shortage of folks coming and going, so it really could have been...
You don't know anybody else here?
Not one of them. I've known Gilfrey for years, but not so...
Your mic seems to have an echo. I've noticed that. I'm not really sure what it's for, or what it's coming from. Thank you for the follow! Yeah, but I don't know what that is.
No, I don't. A diving suit, used by Gilfrey to remain out of his tube system for long periods. It looks like the helmet can be removed.
So literally, I guess you just have to sometimes...
Maybe this will help get a better view.
You can't just stick it on your head, though, you know? You'll need to make a seal somehow.
Yes, and figure out a way...
Is it even going to fit over that whacking...
I'll use the tape when I connect... I can use this packing tape to attach the hose. A bit more packing tape and this helmet should now fit over my snout.
Okay, so I saw that in his inventory. Whether or not that's gonna help us, I mean... we'll see if that will get what we need done, but... there's so much going on.
Well, I've modified this helmet to be suitable for a giraffe,
Oh,
so it's
what
time to
in
head
the
out.
world?
Frumple, you can close the airlock behind me, and I'll attach the
How in the
hose to the
world did
vessel's
that
air
happen?
supply.
The hose is held in place with packing tape. That hose, not that it matters. That vase will probably drop off the front before...
I'm really starting to...
No, I'm sure everything will be
That's
fine.
Right.
All of a sudden worked.
How do you do, good sir? And how are you this fine day?
Hello! None too clever, truth be told. Got myself stuck in this blasted wire. All tangled up down the old tentacles, don't you know?
I say, how absolutely ghastly for you.
Well,
I'd say this submarine is really quite...
Well, not exactly my kettle of fish, you know. But I suppose we...
I say, you
not
want me to help
exactly
to
my
tangle you
kettle
and
of
stuff?
fish.
Might be a bit tricky for me down here, mind?
Oh, that would be most splendid. Thank you kindly. I'll just pop up...
Goodbye for now, old thing.
Thanks, old boy.
okay, helped him out. Time to go up.
I say, what is this wire stuff anyway?
Nobody really knows. You find it sometimes under the water. Not a blessed clue where it came from or what it's made from, but it's almost invisible. You don't know it's there until it's too late. It must be animal-made, but I can't imagine its purpose.
Well, farewell then.
Okay, let's get this wire off of our octopi friend.
Just pulling at it is just making it tighter. I think this needs cutting off.
We got a knife.
Let's have a look now. Oh, this will come off easily if I just cut it into a few pieces.
Careful you don't prod him too hard. I had an octopus for a patient once. Tried to give him a reflex test by hitting one of his tentacles with a hammer, and he squirted his filthy ink all over me.
I can hear you, you know.
Right, that's done the trick. Well, you seem to be free now, old chap.
Thanks awfully. I'll be toddling off then. Blasted nuisance. I don't normally come this close to shore, but I was trying to keep away from a ship out at sea. Blasted thing nearly ran into me. Going like the clappers it was, trying to get through that storm.
How peculiar. Did you recognise the ship?
No, never seen it before. These waters are usually so quiet. They seem very keen to get here, but I don't think they managed it though. The storm was too severe. They're still out there off the coast now, as if they're waiting for something.
All seems a bit odd to me. What on earth would anyone want with this desolate little place?
Well, farewell then.
Goodbye, old chap. Thanks awfully for the help.
That is weird. Why do I have gunpowder? Now I have fishing line. Very strong fishing line. I have so many things now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Anything else, Spode?
Thank you, Mr.
Nothing.
Good grief, what the dickens is that?
Winklebottom, I don't like this. No, not one bit.
Steady on, old thing. It seems harmless. I wonder, could Madame Lavinia's seance have actually worked?
No, this is wrong, blasted. Unholy. I want no part of this.
I wonder, though, this is Ethelberta's grave. Could it possibly be?
Could it bother be, please?
Greetings, madam?
No longer here. Just memories.
I should be doing my best to wipe this horror from me out.
You, I take it, are...
I remember Ethelberta, but nothing more.
Seems like we might need to jog a memory if we're getting...
I remember a flash, a child. Then I was blown here on the wind.
Typical. She missed out my bit.
Well then, madam.
Not much time, Will. I remember.
Perhaps you remember this?
Sweet Constance, how could I forget? Born in Paris.
Africa, South America.
Perhaps you.
My dear Aristotle, how could I forget? We were wed in New York.
New York.
I missed him.
I do believe we now have the information we need to crack.
Yes, we absolutely do. Please excuse me. Africa, South America. Africa, South America, New York, Paris. Okay. Africa, South America, New York, Paris is
By
in
Jove,
Europe.
I think we've done it.
Paris is in Europe. What?
Well, well, what do we have here?
Maybe now we'll find out what was going to happen here.
Well then, let's see what we have here.
I say, that skull is a bit strange. Never seen anything quite like it. Close to a primate skull, but not any species I know.
There are papers in here too. This must be what Price was looking for. Let's take a look.
World. Let's see what they were up to.
Well, what have you found?
I'm afraid that a lot of the technical mumbo-jumbo is rather beyond me, but it would appear that this skull is the key to it all. He discovered it on one of his expeditions and has done a lot of work analysing it.
And he was planning to announce this discovery to the world.
Apparently so, but I'm not clear on why he thought it so important. I think he wanted help with the announcement, or guidance maybe. Hence inviting religious and spiritual representatives, a journalist, a popular entertainer, all people who could help him get a message out.
And we're rather popular public figures too, of course. But look, Winklebottom, I'm sure this is all very
You're quite right, as always, Frumple. I think perhaps we need to talk to all the suspects at once and solve this crime once and for all.
You don't mean...
Yes, Frumple, let's gather the suspects together in the drawing room.
Oh, I do enjoy this part.
Uh-oh. This is getting dangerous. We're in the drawing room. Here we go.
As you all know, my good friend Admiral Gilfrey died last night. After investigating his death, myself and Dr. Frumple have determined that it was no accident.
And what's more, that person is in the room with us.
Yes, I think that was rather implied, Frumple. Now, all of you were invited here by Gilfrey, and several of you had ideas why that was so. All of you were wrong. Now, to recap. Yesterday, guests started arriving here. At some point,
Large quantity of salt.
now, as well as killing
into the
Gilfrey,
water.
it seems the criminal was
They were
also looking for
searching in
something.
the
They
attic.
escaped the house, briefly dropping the key to the cellar, which they'd
Dropped
also
the
locked
key
to hide their
the
crime.
cellar.
Something must have gone wrong, though, as we know that nobody is missing, so they presumably returned here after failing to escape.
Well, go on then. Who was it?
Well, Frumple, that's the interesting question. I'm afraid that right now I don't know the answer. Reverend Peabody, we know that you went up to the attic and...
But you can't mean... I didn't.
No, I think not. So what about Beryl? You've worked for Gilfrey for years, but felt hurt that he didn't reciprocate the...
Oh, my lord! I never...
Reciprocate feelings.
No? Well then, let's turn to Sir Winslet. You believe that Gilfrey didn't approve of you. In point of fact, you were wrong about that, and the reason you're here is that he valued you as a...
Oh, I see.
Plus, of course, there's the matter of the inheritance. You are not a rich cat, but Constance is now a very wealthy lady. With the supposed impediment to your union out of the way, your money woes are over.
Now, come on, old thing, be serious.
Be
Very well, let's
serious.
move on. To Dame Celia.
Dame Celia.
With the narcissism typical of members of the...
Narcissist.
Will you stop going on about my bill, young man? There's nothing in it.
Left a trumpet in the other room.
Well, no matter. We still have other suspects, such as Madame Lavinia.
Oh. No, you can't suspect me.
And why not? You believe, incorrectly as it turns out, that you are a fraud. Gilfrey, a rational chap, might want to expose this.
But
I'm not finished yet. We still have Miss Price to consider.
Mrs.
Of course,
Price.
you'd forget about me until the end.
You worked with Gilfrey, helped him with his research. Maybe you feared he would take...
Perhaps. Is that what you really think, Mr. Winklebottom?
No, probably not. However, that is just about everybody, except for Mr. Spode here. I suppose there could be something we don't know about Gilfrey's legal matters that could give you a motive.
Could be, old boy. but there isn't.
No, Spode has been Gilfrey's solicitor for years. Hard to imagine him suddenly developing a sudden desire to murder him.
So what now? Who did it?
Who's the killer? I'll tell you.
It was
Right now. The killer.
The
killer
butler.
is... I don't know. Blast, I was rather hoping
Where's
they might
the
be gracious
butler?
enough to expose themselves at this point.
Where is the
bugger.
butler?
So what now? More questioning?
Well,
Actually, sir, if you don't mind, I have a question for you.
Culver, glad to see you back in the land of the living. What is it?
Well, sir, I was just wondering why you keep referring to this fellow as Spode.
Because that's who he is, Spode of Spode and Flabbernacle Solicitors.
No, he isn't. Look, sir, I spend a lot of time in court giving evidence and what have you. I know Spode, both of them in fact, and this chap isn't him.
Good night, everyone.
Wow.
Quickly,
She's a
Frumple,
scientist
hurry,
who
we
knows
mustn't lose
about
track of
humans.
them. This way, they're heading off in the direct...
Now where do we go?
I'm sure they came in here. We can't be far behind them, but which way did they go? There must be some clue.
They went that way. Then they went that way. Then they went that way. Then that way. Then that way. Then that way. And this
Finally,
way.
a way through this wretched forest.
Oh, we're at the
Oh,
lighthouse.
look. What's that coming through the mist?
I say, I don't much care for that thing. What on earth is it? He's making a run for it.
After him. He may lead us to Price and our imposter, Spode.
It's people. People. This just got serious. This just broke the fifth
I'm all
wall.
covered in dried
The
twigs and
fifth
leaves from
wall.
the forest. No sign of that creature, or Price or Spode, but they must surely have come this way.
They must be inside this lighthouse. We've got them trapped.
The doors are locked tight with a padlock.
We'll have to get it open somehow. We have to find them.
This is locked tight. I can't get it off.
Remember how the Limehouse
This is
lizards
locked
cracked open
ice.
that safe containing the Duchess's pearls? We could do the same. Blast the, blasted...
Problem is, I don't have anything to blast it open with.
Here, I still have some of that gunpowder we took
Some
from the
of the
caves. Thought I'd grab some extra just in case. You can have the rest of the contents of my pockets too, in case it's of any use.
Boom.
Right, I'm going to pour this gunpowder.
Unlit? Why is it now unlit? What?
I'd really rather not. The lantern is long since extinguished, and anyway, I do myself a mischief setting
It's
light
not
to the gunpowder
long
when I'm
since.
right by it.
It just stopped like seconds ago.
I'd really rather... I'll place some of the thread from this sewing kit into the lock and run it as... The lantern is long since extinguished, and anyway...
Somehow I'm
Okay,
using
hopefully I can use
twigs.
these twigs to generate a bit of a spark. Aha!
It's going. Stand back, old thing. Who's over the old lugs, what?
Almost there now.
This is it. This is...
The padlock is loose now, but I still can't pry...
Get the crowbar.
That's it! The
We got the crowbar.
My god, Frumple, what is this place? Just what has been happening here?
What in the world? Experimenting on... Who is that?
Various chemicals and concoctions.
Wouldn't go sipping those willy-nilly.
Who is...
I say, Winklebottom, who's this unfortunate figure?
Quickly, Frumple, we should get this gag out of his... Right, old boy, soon have this out of your mouth.
Oh, thank you, sirs. I rather feel...
That was rather going to be my question. May I ask with whom I have the pleasure of conversing?
Oh, how rude of me. My apologies. I am Ulysses Spode of Spode and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
This is
I
the
say,
real
you're the fellow
Spode.
that Toad chap is impersonating. Not that he tricked me for a second, you understand.
He tied me up just as I arrived.
Yes, indeed, and I'm afraid I have some rather sad news in that regard. However...
Oh, be careful. There's something ghastly going on in here. Have you seen that?
We'll be careful, and...
Oh, don't mind me.
Man in air. Can we let this guy loose? Don't we have a knife?
I say, a chap could probably...
The same thought had crossed my mind, old thing. Okay, ready? Aha!
Oh well.
Blast, it's locked. Spode and Price could be through here.
Bloody locked doors. As soon as we get back to London, I'm getting one of those skeleton keys that Charlie Weasel used for breaking into all those nightclubs.
Good grief, what a macabre experiment.
This equipment looks like it can deliver a heck of a shock to the system. Might be useful to kickstart a chap's...
Or start one up from scratch. What on earth? Why has the light gone out?
Whoa.
Ow! I say, what was that?
Gentlemen.
Price, what's going on here? And where is Spode?
Oh, Mr. Winklebottom. I'm sorry it had to come to this. Why did you have to start poking your noses into things that don't
I don't understand. Are you saying you killed Gilfrey?
I didn't, as it happens. But does it matter, really? He had to be stopped. He was going to tell the world about my
That creature.
It is not a creature. It is a human.
I say, a what?
A human. Homo...
Sounds like you want to take their place.
I have recreated them. Just a...
Took you a few goes, though.
Nobody's perfect, Mr. Frumple. The mistakes were unfortunate.
I'm starting to see why Gilfrey wanted to stop you.
He didn't understand. Wanted to just...
The imposter.
He's their representative. He's just here to help get me and my work
The
away from
frog
this
is
place.
the human
His organization is
representative?
most insistent that this
It was him, wasn't it? He poisoned Gilfrey.
No, sorry. That's enough. I've just been keeping you talking long enough for the poison to kick in. It should be well into you.
Oh, I'm feeling a bit peaky, old thing.
Me too, Frumple.
I'm sorry I had to do it. But
wait, stop, let's discuss...
Sorry, Mr. Winklebottom. The boat should be here by now, and you've most kindly found the...
Wait,
Oh no.
Frumple, snap out of it.
I don't feel so good, old thing.
Quickly, we need to find an antidote. I need you, Dr. Frumple.
Dr. Frumple. Chemicals. What is he doing? What is he doing?
Bottles. I wonder if any of these would help with my head. I'm feeling frightfully woozy right now.
Doing books. What do they say?
I say, I can't make head nor tail.
Rude of them, honestly.
Frumple, look.
Oh, maybe we could hold a nice dinner.
Frumple, look.
What in the world? It's gotta be the chemicals.
Lots of pretty bottles. I wonder if any of these... Look, a door.
Door.
I say, Frumple, this ladder...
I'll say, dash things all...
Ah, doctor, I need a doctor. Come on, old boy, you have to help. There are lots and lots and lots and oh, I'm repeating myself. The point is, there must be something we can do with all these chemicals.
Give me a moment, I need to think in my head. Ah, I know.
Well?
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The colour of...
I'm not sure this is it.
It just popped into my head when I was thinking about how to make an antidote.
How do I make
Come on, old boy, what?
Well, I remember my school holidays...
He doesn't know. Spode doesn't know.
Oh, hello, it's Dr.
Hello.
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 That's Dr. Frumple. I say, just who am I talking to when I say things like...
Everything was so happy then.
Grass. Color of the leaves on the tree.
Chin chin. Ugh. Chin chin, old boy, and down the hatch. Ugh. I don't know if I'm doing...
Summer is yellow.
I hope this tastes... No, I don't know if I'm doing...
Green.
Chin chin, old... Ugh. Come on, Frumple, concentrate.
Met a chap one day who had made the most delicious honey. I got it all over my face and clothes. When Nanny washed it off, it left the bathwater such a lovely colour, like liquid sunlight.
I hope this tastes better than it looks.
Got you.
No, it was worse.
Come on, Frumple. Frumple.
I really hope some part of you knows what you're doing here, old thing.
One day I stayed out too late and it started to get dark. I stumbled and fell into a ditch. The brambles cut my arms and legs something wicked. The blood stained my lovely white shirt a terrible colour.
Okay, red.
Well, here's mud in your eye, old boy. Blah.
Next. Frumple.
Is there any more, my friend?
Eventually the end of summer came. I had to go back to school and those rotters who called me names. I spent the last day just laying down, looking up at the clear summer sky, hoping the day would never end. Still remember the colour even now.
Blue. Blue.
Okay, bottoms up. Yeah. Oh, my head. My word, those chemicals tasted absolutely foul.
They did the job though, eh?
Indeed they did. Well done, my scholarly sidekick.
We'd better get a move on though. Catch up with the rogues before they scarper.
Yes, come on, let's head back outside and see what's happening.
Spode? We're just gonna leave Spode?
Spode.
Well,
false
no.
Spode.
But I'm sure you know that by now. I thought I'd got away with that, you know.
You did it, didn't you? You killed Gilfrey.
Old fool was going to go public about what he'd found. He couldn't allow that.
Why not? What harm would it do?
Harm? My dear Winklebottom, it would be...
And so, just for that?
No choice. We needed to...
Only you couldn't, could you?
Well...
You didn't know about the safe, so couldn't find his paper.
Inconvenient, that was. Fortunately, we ran into Spode, and as nobody else knew him, that gave me a convenient cover.
But why not just talk to Gilfrey, explain things to him? You didn't need to kill him.
Too big a risk. Whatever else the humans were, they made sure everybody knew.
Well, now you...
What?
Oh, Dr. Frumple.
Oh,
You and the others are never leaving this island. I'm sorry, but that's how it's got to be. This whole thing goes far deeper than you know. And I'm afraid the two of you are just some more loose ends that I need to deal with.
You absolute bounder.
You absolute bound.
No! Get off us, you fool! You'll have us all over the edge.
Frumple!
Spilled his
No!
Tell me he's okay.
Well then, Culver, can I offer you a cup of tea before you go?
Most kind, sir. Most kind. I say, lovely service, wasn't it? Dr. Frumple would have enjoyed it, I think.
Indeed so, indeed so. Reverend Peabody gave a most moving sermon.
All a bit quick,
He
to my mind.
died?
But I suppose they know what they're doing.
Indeed, the impetuousness of youth, I suppose. Winslet and Constance looked very happy in any case, and Miss Clutterbuck was overjoyed that she caught the bouquet.
Shame old Frumple couldn't be there. Have you seen him today?
Not yet, they say he should be out of hospital in a day or so. I think his demands for tea are starting to test the patient.
And he still has no idea how he managed to get back onto the beach after his fall.
None at all, I suspect we'll never know.
He's a hippopotamus. Oh. It's the octopi. You might not have even had to help the octopus.
Well, anyway, how goes the case? Still no sign of the fellow who was impersonating Spode?
Not a trace of him. Nor this creature you claim to have seen. He almost certainly died in the fall.
And Miss Price?
Oh, she's being most helpful. I've got a full confession. Honestly, I think she was just happy that somebody was paying attention to her for once. She'll be charged as an accessory to Gilfrey's murder.
Well then, I suppose that just about wraps everything up.
Well, there is just one thing. Price had these notes on her, in this weird-looking skull. The boys at the yard.
Oh, Inspector Culver, I most assuredly do.
Do you think you'll go public with all this?
That will require some thought. Spode believed our whole society...
Well, let me know if you do decide to tell the...
Most wise, Inspector.
Oh, yes. Very kind.
And this time, I'll be sure to put the milk in first, just the way Frumple...
That's game. That was so exhaustingly brilliant. And I enjoyed every minute of it, but I couldn't enjoy it without you guys. God bless you guys. Jesus loves you guys. I love you guys. That was a great game. Super fun, super cool. Gained a new follow on Twitch over here, Nansky115. So, epilogue. Let's see what's up. Oh, it's a
Well, old thing,
capybara.
how are you feeling now?
Well, not too bad, all things considered. They say I must have cracked me cranium on some rocks when I fell into the water. Doctor says nothing important was damaged, though.
Oh, just your head, then?
Anyway, have the papers picked up on the case?
Well, I shouldn't worry yourself about that right now. My immediate concern is what to do about the research we found regarding these humans.
I mean, it's a bit of a shock that these fellows ran the place before us, but look, if they were such clever clogs, what happened to them? Can't be that.
Gilfrey's research doesn't say. Whatever happened to them, it didn't leave a lot of evidence, just traces.
Some kind of secret society shaping the world? Sounds like utter bunkum to me. Anyway, what...
You know, Frumple, I'd rather think we do. We can't keep this secret. If people know the truth, then we can decide for ourselves. There's no reason to follow the path trodden by these long-dead humans. It's our...
Plus, I'm bound to get a mention in the newspaper if we do.
Indeed so, Frumple. Well, I'm going to go and make a few arrangements.
So they're gonna go tell everybody about human beings. Lord Winklebottom and Mr. Dumpo. Y'all, that will be it. Check in next time for a new video, a new stream, whatever it is that you're interested in, it's on the way. God bless y'all. Jesus loves y'all. I see y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.
I say, Chabs, any chance you could let me out now? Getting a bit, peckish here now. Chabs? Chabs?
The animals are a little bit careless.
Wake up, grab some loot, lower the sails. Blunder bust be inky cracking, cause you know this trip for real. WGW, or is this